Am I the problem for taking the office microwave home? Over a year ago, the microwave at my office died. At the time, I went out and spent about $60 on a microwave. Initially, I kept it at my desk, but everyone kept coming to use it, so I moved it to the office kitchen. Everyone who had seen it at my desk was gone, so now it's just been the microwave. Anyway, my wife and I bought a new house recently and it needs a microwave. Our new home is close enough to the office that I can commute home during lunch, so I took my microwave home. I took it home when nobody else was here without saying a word. A lot of my peers were furious that I stole my own microwave. I'm not willing to budge here. It feels foolish that I should donate my personal property because people expect me to. So am I the problem for taking back the office microwave? You've clocked into office hours with work besties Sohan and Hameda, helping you survive and thrive between 9 and 5.
We believe in work and play, so get ready to crush your career and live your best life.
But don't steal your best life.
From the office.
We're talking about office thievery today.
I know, it's so silly and actually quite serious, in some circumstances,
Yes.
let's be real.
Yes, there is a serious version of office theft. And two ways, material and intellectual.
Oh.
And then there is the funny hee ha ha side of office theft.
Yes.
We're not covering the serious intellectual side today.
No.
We're covering the physical. That can be a different thing. Stealing ideas, I feel like that's a thing. Not here, but like...
No idea is original.
No, I mean like specifically your colleagues. Like they've said, oh, I want to... Anyway, different episode.
Yeah.
Different episode.
Yeah, different.
But have you ever stolen anything except from me, for me, as your work bestie, from someone else?
What? Except for you?
Yeah. You used to be someone else's work bestie and you stole me.
Oh my God. Love that for me. The only thing I can remember that I stole was when we were cleaning out the BuzzFeed office. I don't know if I should be saying this.
I took a carload of things.
So surely it's not really theft, but okay, so it was a Cairns gold lion, which I'm pretty sure is solid gold or at least gold plated.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
It's so heavy.
And I asked around if anyone wanted to take it. I think the reason we had it was because we were going to send it to BuzzFeed US.
We had two.
Yeah.
Because we were going to keep one and send one.
Yeah.
But here is where, like, I will jump in for this part and then you can continue if you'd like. But I think the only person left at the company who had worked on the campaign that had won the award was you.
Exactly. I was the only one left. Everyone else had gone. So I was like, who else has the right to own this?
Yeah. And they were going to toss it. They weren't going to keep it.
So I took it.
The other one is at my house, but it's not for me.
Wait,
I've just been holding it for a different person.
Oh yeah, for the other person that worked on the campaign. Yeah, I know.
Because like they deserve it because they worked really hard.
Yeah.
And no one else wants it. So like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Might as well. But oh my God, the amount of, also, yes, it was an office shutdown. So it wasn't like we were just taking things from the office. There was like,
they were clearing it out. We were moving out.
Yes. There was literally a pile of things like up to here. And it was like take what you want because the rest is either going to go into storage or like
get thrown. Yeah.
Exactly. Sold, thrown, whatever they were going to do. And we were basically given the free reign to grab whatever. First thing I grab is a sign that's like this big with BuzzFeed International. It's so cool.
It's so cool. And it's so funny because it feels to me like, okay, so going to Hameda's house, right? Beautiful house. You walk into the living room. First thing you see, gigantic BuzzFeed International sign as if it's the bloody BuzzFeed office.
I want everyone to feel like I felt on my first day at BuzzFeed when they come into my house.
I find it so funny because it feels like you are playing into the my job is my personality. And it's like, yes, my job is my personality. I have my job brand logo as decor in my house.
It is, when I'm not exaggerating.
It's huge.
It is ginormous.
Yeah.
So that I took, what else did I take? I took lots of stuff.
Oh my God, you took the old podcast microphones.
I have, no, not 3, 2 full on like, what are they called? Yeti mics?
Yeah.
The ones people use for ASMR. Have I used them? No.
I don't think we know how to use them.
We
don't have the cables and stuff.
The cables are very, like they're universal cables. You can use whatever. They're functioning.
Okay.
I could use them if I ever so chose. The thing is, I already have a podcast mic at home, so I really didn't need to do it. But I was like, they're going to throw this away. I want it.
Well, yeah.
So I took it.
Good to have.
Podcast booth, portable booth. I have that.
What?
I took that from the office.
A booth?
Yep.
How
It's
did
like
you-
a mini booth. It's not huge. It's literally
Oh my
like
God.
this and it folds. I have that. What else did I take? There was definitely more. I was like,
Yeah, we were going for it that time. But do you
and
remember?
I regret not taking more.
Yeah, same.
So-
I regret not taking more as well.
Oh, fog machine.
Did you take that?
I took a fog machine. I have a fog machine.
I didn't
at my
know we had
house
a fog
now.
machine.
Exactly. There was one video we did for Halloween. I think you and I were actually paired up for it, trying Halloween snacks or whatever, candy. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
used a fog machine, and I took it when
I can't believe we bought a fog machine
Just for a video.
for one video.
Well, that was such a fun time, guys.
Good times. Though there's one old office theft story though that I keep remembering from the BuzzFeed days, which is actually so wild. So this is like back in the day when we would get lunch catered twice a week. Hameda at the time was office manager, office coordinator, and was planning all of that, ordering it, taking everyone's orders. And sometimes it was buffet style. Sometimes it was like fishbowl, you have your like lunch or something, Guzman, whatever it is. And there was one time where one of our pregnant co-workers was like out at a meeting during lunch. So you like labeled it and saved it and put it in the fridge for her, and it got stolen.
Yes. Okay. It was like, I basically labeled everyone's food because sometimes it would come back just like full BuzzFeed, right? So I'd have to go through the list and be like, this is this person's, label it. And then I'd be like, everyone, food is here. And then they'd all come and take their own food, whatever. I hadn't put it in the fridge.
Oh.
This day, the lunch was pho.
Okay.
And as we know, when you do pho takeaway, they have the broth and the insides.
Yes.
This person had taken the pregnant co-worker's broth and just left the like noodles and the toppings like separately, which I think is more insulting because you've just like left half of their lunch that's useless because it's like you can't eat it without the broth.
Yeah.
Maybe because they were like, I actually want more broth, so I'm just going to take this random person's.
Which is so rude.
That was my addition to the details. But yes, so basically, and then everyone knew because the person came back, right? You would have heard, did you hear about it from them when they said someone took my lunch? Or was it
to be honest, I completely forgot this happened until you relayed the story to me like not long ago.
Well, she came back, saw her, was so excited for the pho.
Yeah.
Just realized that their broth was missing. I had no idea this had happened. I walk in and I'm looking around. Everyone had already eaten, so there was no broth left because I'm sure anyone in that office would have been like, take mine.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But there was none left, obviously. And so that's how I found out about it. And essentially, we had cameras in the kitchen where this happened. And me and my co-worker on my team, because we were literally a team of 3 people, we looked at the cameras to see who it was.
And you know who it was.
We found out who it was. We never did anything about it. I don't know if my manager at the time told, because basically the person whose lunch was stolen was in leadership. They were a manager. I don't know if my manager told them just to like be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Or if she didn't and just like was like
leave it.
Because I'm sure the person who did it would have heard all the at this point everyone had been like, who steals a pregnant person's lunch? So if you're sitting in amongst that conversation, surely you'll feel shamed enough to never do it again.
Also, I feel like it's very likely that this person might have just been completely aloof and thought it was a spare,
or like,
and was like, I'll take it.
Or this person's not in today.
Yeah.
And just decided to take their broth because they're like, they're not going to need it.
That's not that doesn't make for a fun story. So we embellish it up for you guys. Anyway, should we get into these dilemmas?
I think we should. Okay, subject line. I know the identity of the office thief. A few months ago during a staff meeting, our director mentioned there had been reports of office theft happening on the weekends. They made it very clear if someone is caught, disciplinary action will be taken and it would be reported to the authorities. At the time, I was working weekday shifts, so I didn't think much of it. But recently I switched to a weekend schedule. Today during lunch, a coworker quietly pulled me aside and said there's a bag in the cupboard. I was confused until she showed me a black bag tucked away. Inside were unopened office supplies, ink, cartridges, pens, paper. She told me she saw one of our coworkers hide it there and now she's torn. She doesn't want to stay silent, but she's also afraid of retaliation if she reports it. here's where it gets tricky. I'm actually friends with the person she suspects. He's well-liked, gets the job done, and people genuinely enjoy working with him. But that doesn't really matter now. If he's doing what she says, that changes everything. I didn't see him hide the bag myself, and I want to stay out of it as much as possible. If she does report it and management talks to me, I'll be honest. She showed me the bag, but I didn't see who put it there or see anything get taken. What I didn't tell her is that about a week ago, I was chatting with a suspected coworker, and he jokingly said he was thinking of taking some supplies because his printer at home ran out of ink. I brushed it off at the time, but in hindsight, it makes her story seem even more believable. I want to do the right thing, but I don't want to get pulled into something I wasn't directly involved in, especially if it affects someone I've got a good relationship with. What would you do in this situation?
You know what's so crazy is that I was literally thinking the other day that I need a pair of scissors and I might just like take a stitch. I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, office supplies free game?
Well, not when you're putting a whole bag together. Like,
and like hiding it?
Yeah. But also like ink cartridges be expensive.
They are expensive, and offices have so many of them.
But also just print your stuff at work.
That's so true. It would be so much like less suspicious if you just print your stuff at work. The pen and papers...
Wait, what were they stealing at? Pen, papers, ink cartridges.
Let me have a look. Okay. Ink cartridges, pens, and paper. I'm like, are you trying to start your own business? What do you need pens and paper for? What are you doing?
I know. Okay, here's what I would do. I would encourage the person that told me about the bag to report it. I'd be like, that's wild. Like, I would report it if I were you.
Wow.
Because then I feel like it's the right thing to do. I know like they're friends with that person, but then at least you can kind of not be the one that told him. And like they're right, like they didn't see it, they didn't see anything. So for them to report it, I think that's probably not the best idea because it's all hearsay. But if the other person saw it happen,
and also I think it's totally valid for them to be like, I saw the bag, but I didn't see anyone put it. For all he knows, the person reporting it could be the one who put the bag there because they don't know anything besides the bag is there. And this person showed me.
Maybe they're sabotaging the person because they're well-liked. And they'll be like, I saw that person do it. And they're trying to get the other person to report it.
And that's why they haven't reported it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Which is why I think
stay out of it.
OP should not report it. But, if I'm having a conversation with the coworker that stole the bag, I'd be like, that's wild. That meeting seemed pretty crazy, like they're gonna call the authorities.
The authorities was kind of like, wow, for some ink cartridges and pens, like, come on, guys, we're okay.
I thought it was gonna be like laptops, cameras, like,
because that would be like, you'd probably want to tell someone, because that's a lot. But it's so funny because I was thinking, I'm like, would you tell the person who is suspected of stealing, or would that cause some kind of weird situation? Because yes, they joked to you about taking them, but like if you actually said it, like, hey, this person, or like someone found a bag of supplies just in case that was you, I would just keep just be aware that someone is like aware of this happening just in case. But would that come off as like, imagine that person didn't take it and they're like, you think I was stealing?
See, if it was you, for example, like if you mentioned, I'm going to like, if you heard me say I'm going to take the scissors and then they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like if it was you, I would tell you, I'd be like, blah, 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 so
like, I would tell you who it was and everything.
Yeah. But that's, look, I would stay out of it. Like that's office drama that I don't want to be involved in unless I witness something that I feel like you'd have the right.
So you wouldn't want to like play detective, like be like, oh my God, I was working this weekend and we found this bag of stuff and see how they respond and if they actually react or not. Because if they're good enough friend to tell you that they're thinking about it, maybe they'd be like, that was me. But then what do you do in that situation?
It so depends who it was. And it so depends how I felt in that meeting. With the, like, who was it, the CEO or whatever?
Yeah, saying the authorities.
Yeah. Like, it would depend. It depends on all of it. Depends on how that meeting went down, how I felt in that meeting, how well I know the person that's suspected of stealing.
I just don't think papers, pens, and ink cartridges are worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. Because I guess in some instances, silence can be complicit, right? So say this person takes what she found, reports it, and then this person doesn't back her up and basically just says the bag was there, so nothing happens. Like, who cares if a business loses a couple of pens and papers and cartridges?
That's what is making me think, I wonder what else they've taken. Because it's been going on for a while. Like, maybe this is just like the last hurrah. Like, I'll take the
Oh, yeah, I also needed printer ink.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just feel like it's not that deep. Like, why are they being, I mean, I get it. Theft is serious.
I get it if, like, you know, people are going into the stationery cupboard and can't find paper, can't find pens, can't find ink. Like, it's affecting the office. But I feel like if you're going to steal stuff from the office, like, don't steal all of it. That's not advice, by the way.
We're not telling you to steal.
No.
We're just telling you how to steal smartly. Just kidding.
Yeah. If one was to steal.
Hypothetically.
Like, if you're going to take a pen from the cupboard, what to keep in your bag?
I think that's kind of the point of the pens in the cupboard. Yeah. You're meant to kind of take one and have it on you because you're using it. Ink, however.
That's expensive.
It's expensive. I'm honestly impressed that you have the same printer as your office because surely they have a really nice printer and printer ink is not universal.
So true.
Like, what kind of printer do you have at home? That's crazy.
Don't get me started on printers, by the way. Like, they never work. They're so expensive. Like, just print off your stuff in the office and you'll be fine.
It's more expensive to buy ink than a whole new printer.
Yeah.
Which is actually wild.
The amount of times, like, because my mum's a teacher, so she needs a printer at home. We've gone through, like, 5 printers, like, because when it's broken, it's cheaper just to buy a new one than to fix it.
Yeah.
So printers are wild. Just use the office printer. This is such a weird one. I feel like for me, like, because I am in a leadership role, I would feel like I might need to do something, but I wouldn't do anything unless I had witnessed it myself. And I would encourage the other person to speak up if they saw the very nice.
And it's not just a suspicion.
Yeah, they have. Also, security cameras, hello. Can we not just check those?
True. Although I know that a lot of office places, they'll have cameras in certain spots and not in others.
But surely, like...
in the supplier's cupboard, they would have it.
Like, I feel like they have them in the mail room because you need to know where the mail is going.
Well, then explain all my missing mail. I'm just kidding.
What about you? Would you say something if a coworker was suspected of stealing something?
Again, context... if it was just someone I was, like, work friends with, but not, like, friendly, I mean, I would do the same as you in terms of, if you want to report it. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm also not going to invent facts.
Yes.
Like, I'm also not going to bring up this random conversation because what if they really were joking? Because I would, like, people are going to joke about stealing things. It's just funny ha-has. They don't necessarily mean it just because coincidentally the thing stolen was the thing they said. That doesn't necessarily mean anything substantial. So there's not real evidence there.
No.
However, if I was very close with the person who was stealing, I would warn them that someone found their stuff. The stash.
You would?
Yeah, because I feel like they couldn't be offended that I'm accusing them of stealing if we're close enough.
Yeah.
But if it was just like a colleague, then they might, even if they were the thief, they might get offended.
Yeah. 100%. That's also, a work friend versus colleague conversation again.
Politics.
Yeah.
Politics, office politics.
Wild.
Just don't steal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a really good thing that you really want to take, like, and steal it.
Yeah.
Go.
Am I the problem for embarrassing my coworker by outing her as the one who keeps stealing my tea? So I, 28 female, work in a pretty chill office. We've got a shared kitchen area with a take one, leave one vibe for snacks and drinks. People leave extra granola bars, packets of oatmeal, all that. Cool. But the unspoken rule is if it's labelled, leave it alone. Anyway, I'm kind of a tea snob and I bring my own imported stuff from this place my grandma used to order from the UK. I keep a little box of it in the kitchen cabinet with a big label on it that says, "My name's tea, please do not take." Except someone's been taking it. Not just 1 or 2 bags. Half the box disappeared in a week. That's wild.
That's a lot.
So I did what any mildly unhinged office girlie would do. I slipped a few decoy bags into the box and soaked the tags in fish sauce overnight. Dried them, resealed the wrappers, waited.
Oh my God.
2 days later, one of my co-workers, we'll call her Tina, 31 female, comes storming out of the kitchen gagging and asking if someone tampered with the tea. I stayed quiet until she said, I don't know who buys that weird brand, but it tastes like a literal fish tank. And I said, oh, that's mine, the one with my name on it. She went pale, dead silent, and then mumbled something about not seeing the label. Now she's pissed, telling everyone I set her up and that it was a malicious prank when all I did was booby-trap my own tea. HR hasn't said anything yet, but some people think I crossed a line. I didn't put anything dangerous in it. I just made it gross. And honestly, if you're going to steal tea from a labelled box, you deserve the fishy consequences. So am I the problem for basically tricking her into exposing herself?
Sorry, fish sauce is wild.
My first thought was like, what if she was allergic to fish sauce?
Oh, like a seafood allergy.
Yeah. Because like, other than that, I'm like, itch bowl, well done, great. But
would I be too bold and brutal to say if she has an allergic reaction, it's her own problem? Welcome to the consequences of your own actions, because you're stealing someone else's stuff and that could have anything in it. What if the OP needs extra fish in her diet, so she decides, hey guys, don't take this tea because it's disgusting, because you never know. So if this is your submission, lie. Say you needed the fish sauce.
Real. I have a feeling that the thief didn't know it was her tea.
Oh, even with her name on it?
But why would she then go into the office and be like, I don't know who buys this, but
so true.
It tastes like a fish tank. Like, wouldn't you keep that to yourself if you're stealing someone's tea? Like,
on purpose.
You wouldn't announce it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I feel like maybe she didn't say it. Maybe it's not labeled properly.
Maybe like, the person who took it is just not being considerate enough to like check to see if something's labeled before they take it.
Yeah.
But taking half of the, like in a week, half the box was gone. That's a lot.
Is it multiple people or just one? Like, I have questions.
Like, is it just because this person got to it first that they're the ones who were exposed, but really there's multiple people in the office drinking the tea?
I just need to see a photo of the label, to be honest.
How big was this label?
That's going to determine how I feel about it.
I mean, she wrote on it, my name's tea, please do not take. So, like, she's being quite clear.
She said it was a big label.
Yes.
See, I just don't know why the thief would then go into the pod with the team, including the person, and say it. So...
yeah, they must have just like either ignored it and therefore did not read the name on it.
Yeah.
Or they literally didn't see it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I feel like if a system is in place like this where they all know that if it's labeled, don't eat it, wouldn't you be checking for labels?
Well, yes.
And therefore, wouldn't you deserve fish sauce now?
I think it's hilarious what she did. Like, I think it's so good. Like, it's so much effort to do that.
So
like, you
much
soak
effort.
it and then dry it and then like
reseal.
Hilarious. And harmless unless she has an allergy.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that.
Well, maybe the OP has seen her eat fish before, so she knew. Like, if we're giving everyone the benefit of the doubt in the situation.
But how would she know it was her?
Well, like, maybe no one in their team has a fish allergy. Maybe they all had a seafood lunch together.
Maybe.
Fish and chips.
I feel like if this was me with my tea, I would just put it in my drawer or my locker. Like, I wouldn't keep it in the communal area.
So true. But then you don't get justice.
I know.
Justice is so important.
I just don't think I personally am a confrontational person like that to do that. Like, I would just take it, keep it myself. Like, even if I've been taking it home and like packing 5 bags of tea in my bag, like for the day or for the week or whatever. Like, that's what I would do.
Nice.
Especially if you're spending money getting it imported from the UK or whatever.
Yeah, that's like, you wouldn't leave that thing just like hanging out in the kitchen. I would not tamper just because can't be bothered. I would walk around.
Yeah.
Who's drinking my tea?
I would do that too.
Like, who is it? Obviously, maybe not that aggressively. Maybe more like does anyone know who's drinking my tea? This is my tea. If you are drinking it, please stop drinking it. It's my tea. Like a group message or something.
Send an email around or something. Like, hey guys. Also, another thing I would actually probably do is just go on walks throughout the day and look at everyone's mug.
So true.
And see the tea bag.
Because, like, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
There were other ways. But you chose the funniest
This is the funniest way. I think that's hilarious. Do you think HR should get involved in something like this, or is it just like harmless of Australia?
I mean, I don't, unless obviously, like you said, it's going to cause harm. Like, and as she said, she didn't poison it, because I know that that's a big thing where people are like, actually, it's a criminal offense to tamper with food. But also, if you're taking something that says don't take, then really how much is that going to hold up? I don't think HR needs to be involved. I think maybe these two need to have a little chat and she can be like, sorry, I just didn't know what else to do to figure out who was taking my tea and it's really expensive and important to me.
Yeah.
And then the other person would be like, can you send me the link?
Well, yes. Or can we do a group order?
Exactly. How about we go 50-50?
How about we talk to the office manager and see if we can get it on the communal,
So true.
like, menu?
Yeah, since I love it so much.
Yeah, and everyone seems to love it.
Yeah.
Everyone's taking it.
Exactly. And I think that's the way that, you know, you should resolve it in a perfect world.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would just do the big public announcement of like, please stop taking my tea. It's my tea. I know that it's how many. I've counted. Every time I have one, I count how many there are. I know someone's taking them.
Yeah.
There's going to be a tally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's, I feel like, the better way to go about it. But this was very entertaining.
This is,
nonetheless.
I love our petty, like, expose the office thief situation because I feel like people, I mean, because we've worked in offices that have so many things supplied, especially at BuzzFeed that had like snacks, literally breakfast, snacks, everything.
You could make lunch there. There was 2-minute noodles.
Literally, there was no need for anyone to bring in stuff to keep in the kitchen because anything you could think of that you'd want to keep there, spreads, whatever, was already there.
Like, I remember one day I did a video that was like eating for free in the office and it was like cold brew on tap. I made Vegemite toast for breakfast, like 2-minute noodles for dinner, or you could make like a toasty if you wanted with cheese.
Yeah.
Like snacks for days. Like there was like drinks. There was like so much.
Yeah. So you wouldn't like, we haven't really been in an environment where someone could take someone's office kitchen supplies.
Yeah.
Even here, we have tea and coffee literally in the kitchen, so no one's bringing in their own. I don't think that you're the problem. I think that you just had a funny idea to do something and you really put effort into it. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't have done it because, you know, you worked hard.
I think it's fine. And I think like in a few weeks, like everyone's going to laugh about this.
Yeah, exactly. And also I'm the same age as the tea beef.
Yeah.
And I would never take someone's tea.
No.
So really, I do think that this person needed a bit of a wake-up call, if that's the case. You really got creative. You could have done anything, and this is what you chose, and I appreciate that.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, kudos. Am I the problem for taking the office microwave home? Over a year ago, the microwave at my office died. The company refused to replace it. They said we could use money we earned for prizes to go towards that. This would take a long time, and I wasn't having that. At the time, I went out and spent about $60 on a microwave. Initially, I kept it at my desk, but everyone kept coming to use it, so I moved it to the office kitchen. Everyone who had seen it at my desk was gone, so now it's just been the microwave. Anyway, my wife and I bought a new house recently, and it needs a microwave. Our new home is close enough to the office that I can commute home during lunch, so I took my microwave home. Generally speaking, I closed the office, and I'm the last one here. I took it home when nobody else was here without saying a word. A lot of my peers were furious that I stole my own microwave. Even the company owner and my manager are upset, saying I snuck it out at the end of the day, or that if I had bought it for the office, it should stay here. That was never my intention. I never communicated it, but I always meant to take my microwave home with me. It's not like $60 is a lot of money, but it's not an inconsequential amount. I don't see why they can't all just chip in and buy a new one. $5 each or something. I said that, and again, more angry reactions. The screwy thing is my wife is even on their side, saying most people see it as company property and it's been there so long we should let it go and we should buy another one. I'm not willing to budge here. It feels foolish that I should donate my personal property because people expect me to. So am I the problem for taking back the office microwave?
First of all, I'm just imagining this person at their desk with a microwave on their desk.
Can you imagine?
Just like walking around with this gigantic like
big microwave.
I also like, why did you buy it in the first place and put it in the kitchen?
They
Like,
wanted a microwave and there was no one's going to get one, and they're like, well, I need a microwave for my meals.
I think this person is 100% in the right to take back something they paid money for. But I think you also have to like weigh up the consequences. I don't know if I would have expected the team to like respond that way. Like you would think that your coworkers, your managers would be like, well, yeah, if you bought it, you can take it home, whatever.
But do you think that maybe they would have reacted that way if the OP had been like, hey guys, by the way, this is my microwave and I bought it and
Yeah.
I'm taking it home next week. So if we want a microwave, we should probably figure that out.
That's what they should have done. That's exactly what they should have done.
Instead of sneaking it out.
Instead of being
Why did you sneak it
Yeah,
out?
you don't need
it's
to,
yours.
You don't need to sneak it out. You should have just told everyone, like, all right, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
The fact that I'm using my personal camera to film this podcast on main cam
Oh
right
my
now.
God, so true. Don't forget to take it back.
But you know, like that just reminded me of that because I brought it in myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's mine. Like, and I will be taking it home and I only use it for this podcast
Mm-hmm.
because I'm on the podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, that's like a $4,000 camera, not like a $60 microwave. So.
And, well, another thing it reminds me of is the office speaker, which is mine.
Yes.
And I brought it in for the office.
Why have I adopted it now?
Because
it's
you're
in
the
my
vibe
locker.
setter. Sohan does the vibes. She does the playlists for the day. I'm happy with it to live in your locker. But there's also a reason I haven't renamed it. And it is Hameda Boom.
Hameda Boom.
And that is because she's going back home with me
Yes.
if I ever leave.
Yes.
Which I'm not planning to. So, like,
No.
it's fine. But in my head, the speaker is mine.
Can you imagine if I renamed it to like VMD?
Like,
Boom?
right? Like, I'm trying to think of how I would feel. And I think genuinely I would be like, ugh. Because it's not like I was.
Because it's me.
It's you, but also the reason I brought that speaker in was because I wasn't using it. Because you
Yes.
literally can't use it without it being plugged in.
Yeah, it's like your backup speaker.
Exactly. So, and I love office music.
We need
I
music.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm willing to bring this thing in. And so here's where I relate to the OP, because if I
Mm.
felt strongly about the microwave in the same way I feel strongly about music, I would have brought in a microwave
Yeah.
from home in a second.
I would never bring in a microwave. It's too bulky. It's too bulky. Can you imagine me on the train
But
with a
these
microwave?
guys drive to work, it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
So, hopefully they're not carrying a bloody
I
microwave.
mean, I feel like
all
the
way
walk
home.
from the car to the desk, I still would not. I would
It's too much.
just buy lunch every day and then go
It's a
broke.
great excuse.
I'm just really, look, I feel like OP did not communicate to everyone that it was their microwave, which is where the disconnect comes from and why people think that they stole it.
Yeah, and I think that they probably knew that people weren't going to be happy
Yeah.
with them taking them, and that's why
Yeah.
they snuck it out instead
Yeah.
of just like having that conversation.
They should have just kept it on their desk.
It's so true. But that would also be bloody annoying.
Yeah.
If you're like trying to work and people are like,
Well, yeah, that would be.
and
You
all
know
the
what?
smells.
Personality highs would love that.
Oh, you're so right. Oh my God, we should get Jackson.
Jackson.
So. But yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Once something has been in the office long enough, does
Mm.
it stop belonging to you? So this is, I guess, sort of like the speaker. Like,
No,
do
it's
you
still
think,
yours. No, it's still yours.
But if there's like turnover in the team, say you leave, and someone else comes in that's like using it, and like, does it then like?
See, okay, if it was my belonging,
Mm.
like I would be weighing up what it means to me to keep it. If it was me spending $60 on a microwave and it's been there for a while, I'd probably just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's me personally. I still feel like one would be entitled to take it back.
Yeah.
I don't think that having something in the office for a long time means that it becomes part of the office. I don't think so. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've brought in that like
Has just stayed.
has stayed. Oh, Bernice has something to add.
The light bulb, that's fine.
Oh my God! Guys, we stole something from one of our co-workers,
Oh my God,
which is a light
so
bulb.
true. It's the lamp. The lamp is the
The
light bulb.
lamp bulb belongs to one of our co-workers. So, see, I have things that I bring in from, like, before we were hot desking, I would have things that I would bring in from home that would become my desk things. Like, I bought a stapler, a little jar to put my pens in, like a mouse pad, and that became my office stuff, but it was still mine.
Yours, yes. Which actually reminds me, I am a bit of a sticky fingers in this situation, but I didn't know. Essentially, when I started at BuzzFeed, we had so much cool clutter. Like, clutter everywhere, but very cool clutter. And there was one specific, it was a candle in the shape of a baby doll head.
Yes.
And so my brand. Immediately, I was like, what's this doing in a random corner? I'm putting it on my desk. It's
Yes.
amazing. It's literally a baby doll head. That's a
Yes.
candle. Name anything, that's more me.
So true.
And then one of the girlies who used to work at BuzzFeed Oz and moved over to the US came back and visited our office, saw it, and was like, oh, that used to be mine. And I didn't know what to do.
But you didn't know.
I didn't offer it back. either. I
She
was
also
like,
said it
"That's-"
used to be mine, not that's mine.
But I feel like even if she said that's mine, I'd be like, ha. I'm like, I'm keeping. I like the baby head.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
want the baby head. It's my baby
It's a
head.
candle. Like,
Yes.
it's not...
And like a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. But then if I...
It's also decoration. It's not like a appliance.
But it's so specific that I know for a fact that if I was to leave the office for some reason and come back and someone else had claimed it, I would feel kind of way about it.
But you found it in a communal office space.
Yes.
It was not on someone's desk.
Yeah. But like after the fact,
Yeah.
knowing, should I
Yeah.
have offered that back?
I mean, it's all about the vibes. Like, if they were kind of like actually have been looking for that for the past few years, and I would like it back.
My baby doll head candle. I've missed that thing so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a moment that I did feel like a thief. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have touched that. But also it was just kind of sitting there.
Would I be the problem if I report a coworker for stealing food? I work in a busy office where we provide a fully stocked kitchen to our employees as we work long hours and most of us don't have time to go out or make meals at home. We have a budget allotted specifically for groceries and it's part of my job to do the shopping. The other day, as I was unloading some groceries, a co-worker, Jessica, 46 female, who's often on the road, came to the kitchen and grabbed a couple of apples, totally normal. But she said to me, "Oh, this is great. I like to give these out to homeless people when I'm out on the road." I inquired further and learned that Jessica frequently takes other snacks, chips, fruit, granola bars, etc., and gives them to homeless people while she's out. Now, I can totally appreciate the goodwill and I'm not against helping the homeless. However, I felt weird that she was taking our food, budgeted for the office, and giving it away. We are allowed to take food out of the office for ourselves, and if she never told me what she was doing with it, I never would have questioned it. I don't know if I would call it stealing, but it rubbed me the wrong way, knowing she was giving away the food we specifically provide for our team, instead of using her own food from home, considering she's on the road anyways and some days doesn't stop in the office at all. I brought this up to my colleague, 25 female, who also shares the grocery responsibilities, and she thinks that we should report Jessica. I'm not sure if I will because it's not like she's making full meals and handing them out. It's just a bunch of snacks here and there. It feels petty to snitch on her, but at the same time, it's corporate's money that's being spent on the food meant for us. Would I be the problem if I reported her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, corporate's money.
Who cares?
Then why do you care? And it sounds like she's not even there a lot. So like the rare, like maybe it's like, imagine it's the days that she's not there eating that food that she takes.
Yeah.
Just like do that in your brain if you feel some type of way about it.
Also, Opie said if she never told me what she was doing with it, I never would have questioned it. So leave it.
Why did you tell this other person?
Yeah. It's going to people who need it.
Yeah.
It's not like she's taking everything. She's taking a few snacks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine. I think this person, the reason why they feel like they've been rubbed the wrong way is because they feel like their responsibility or authority has been like undermined. You know?
Yeah. I think like listening to that and then having been someone who has stocked an office kitchen, okay. Here I am being like, why are you reporting it? It's corporate's money. I do remember a situation where someone who was not a part of our team but was regularly in our office would, like, I'd walk into the kitchen sometimes and they'd just be making themselves a bowl of cereal. And I would be so confused.
What do you mean
I'm
like they didn't work at...
Didn't work for BuzzFeed.
Okay.
Was just in the office
Okay.
as, like, staff of the building or whatever. And they
Okay.
would, like, go into our snacks and, like, make themselves food. And I would get so annoyed because I'd be like, that's not yours. Like, it's not for you. It's for the team.
Yeah.
And I think at that time, the reason I was reacting that way was coming from a place of privilege. And I was like, I work here, so I've earned this, which right now, deeper into my career, is total BS. If I could speak to past me, I'd be like, it's literally fine. Who cares?
Yeah.
But back then, it was like, why do you get to have this when you're not what we are, essentially? And then now, when I think about it, first of all, I'm like, literally, who cares? First of all, why don't you join them, actually? Because, like...
Yeah. Why don't you allocate budget for giving snacks to homeless
It's a bloody
people?
apple. Like, do it. But thinking about it from, like, a business perspective, I can imagine them being like, we have an allocated budget per head, and if this person's taking extra, then that throws everything out of balance. Yeah. But that being said, I immediately eliminate that thought process because she's not there.
She's not there.
So she can take extra and literally would not make a difference to budgets.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my whole thought process.
I like fully agree with that. And I think, yeah, it is petty to snitch on her. I don't think it needs to be reported. I feel like maybe you could just talk to Jessica and be like, hey, like, love that you're doing this. If you could just like be mindful, like not to take more than like what your daily allocation would be.
Or I'm sure there's like food wastage situations where they're, not that I'm saying that unhoused people deserve leftovers, but I mean like usually when you get like a big thing of fruit or whatever, there are going to be some that like aren't getting eaten, or like, you know, people might not love pears in your office and you've suddenly got all these pears. This is a great opportunity for you to then be like, can we like work out a way to like distribute this food to people who need it?
Yeah.
And then that way you're more in control of the situation instead of just like allowing it, which again, it doesn't sound like a problem.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, are you just bored at work that you're making drama? Because for me, I'm kind of like, whatever. Like, I'm a bit bored of this story.
Yeah. It's like, I'm definitely on the other person's side, if there were a side to be on, because it hasn't turned into an actual situation yet, because they haven't said anything. And I don't think they should. Or if they, like you said, if they want to, they should talk to Leanne.
Talk to them directly, yeah. Lols.
Have you ever bent a workplace rule because you felt the reason was justified?
Yeah. Like, I feel like when we play music in the office, like there's already music playing in the office.
So true, yeah.
But there's no like speaker near our pod.
It's very quiet where we are.
And sometimes, you know, I'll be playing like an album and it's like not the clean version. And I'm a little bit mindful. And then I'll hear like someone from our team just joke and be like, oh, not work appropriate. And I'm like, don't I'm like, don't act like we're not all listening to this in our spare time anyway. Like, it's fine. But I feel like that is kind of bending the rules a bit, because I feel like, but that's, you know, because of the chill culture we have, which we're very lucky for. Other workplace rules.
I mean, for me, timing.
I was going to say.
But it's not justified. Well, it's justified because I'm like, I still do my work.
Yeah.
But that's the workplace rule that I would bend. I don't know about anything else.
I don't know if workplace rules. I mean, we've talked about this before, but like dress codes, we definitely moved that needle.
Yes. The only other one I can think of is letting people into the office after hours that weren't strictly employees.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'll do that quite often.
I've done that so many times. Actually, not in this building because it feels a little bit more like, whoa. But back when we were at BuzzFeed, I think my cousin was in town and I was like, girl, come for an office tour and I'll meet you for lunch.
Yep.
I did ask my manager if it was fine though, and it was all good.
It was literally fine.
And then like
we had ex-BuzzFeeders come in and like eat lunch, like have like the catered lunches sometimes when they were just around, even though they technically weren't supposed to be back in the office.
That's, okay. Back in the day when I worked in my like old corporate job, remember, this is when I used to work breakfast hours, so 4 a.m. to midday, and when I would go out at night, oftentimes I wouldn't go home in between because it was too far of a journey. And by the time I would have to go home, get ready and come back, like it just, what's the point? So I would actually just bring all my stuff to the office. They had showers and stuff there. So I would fully get ready for the club there and then go out and then come back to pick up my stuff with my friends and then be like, this is my office, guys, and then go home.
Oh my God, that's so iconic.
Yeah. That definitely probably was not allowed.
Oh, like,
definitely a security issue, but we didn't do anything.
And I fully understand why they consider it a security issue. But I also feel like I'm not going to let someone into the building that I think is going to be a risk.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
They were not randoms that I met at the club. They were like my best friends.
And like usually, like not usually, all of the time, the people were like super respectful and like didn't mess around or like try to steal things.
No.
Which is what I think the rules are set in place for.
Exactly.
So that's why I think it's justified.
Yeah.
If old HR people are watching this.
Yeah, totally.
Here it's too scary.
Way too scary. There's
like
key
a concierge downstairs. You can't access the level without like a pass.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening.
We're on level 50. It also just feels like a very big girl job that we're in right now. I'm not like 21 years old being like, this is my first job.
Yep.
Well, thanks everyone for clocking in.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Don't steal anything.
Office Hours with Sohan and Hameda is a Val Morgan Digital production and part of the BuzzFeed Australia network. Have a question or topic you want us to cover or a workplace dilemma you want us to unpack? send us a DM on Instagram at officehoursbf or drop us an email on officehours@valmorgan.com.au.
For more, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at officehoursbf. You can follow Sohan on socials at Sohan Judge and follow Hameda on socials at It's Hameda.
Our music is by Jasic. Make sure to hit subscribe or follow so you don't miss an episode. And if you like what you hear, please rate us 5 stars and tell your friends to clock in.